Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about one of the most famous coins in American history, the Lincoln Wheat Penny. These small copper coins were minted from 1909 to 1958, and even today in 2026, they are still creating huge excitement in the coin collecting world. Some of these pennies may look normal, but depending on their mint mark, condition, and rarity, they can be worth anywhere from a few cents to thousands of dollars. So in this video, we'll break down how to identify valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies, what the different mint marks mean like S, D, and no mint mark, and how much they are actually selling for in today's market. Let's get started. First up, the Lincoln penny has always been one of the most recognized coins in United States history, and its story begins with the tribute to Abraham Lincoln, who is remembered as one of the most influential presidents in American history. And this coin carries his image as a symbol of unity, strength, and national heritage, and collectors around the world often search for unique variations of this coin, including pieces that appear unusual or have special conditions that make them stand out in the coin collecting market. Today, the 1964 Lincoln penny is often discussed among collectors because it belongs to a period of heavy coin production in the United States, when the demand for currency was very high, and the government produced large quantities of pennies to support daily transactions across the country. And during this time, many coins were released without mint marks, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, which leads to confusion and curiosity among collectors who try to identify rare versions of these coins in circulation. Today, the design of the Lincoln penny has evolved over time, and in 1964, the reverse side of the coin still carried the Lincoln Memorial design, which replaced the earlier wheat ears design that ended in 1958. And this detail is important because many people mistakenly refer to later pennies as wheat pennies, even though they are not part of the original wheat series. And this misunderstanding adds to the interest and mystery surrounding coins from this era. Collectors often examine the condition of the 1964 penny very carefully, because condition plays a major role in determining value. And a coin described as being in fine condition means it is visible wear from circulation, but still retains clear details such as Lincoln portrait features and readable inscriptions. And while such coins are not extremely rare, they still hold historical significance and can attract attention from beginners and experienced collectors alike. One of the most discussed aspects of the 1964 penny is the absence of mint mark, which simply indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and not at Denver or San Francisco. And this absence is not rare in itself, but it becomes interesting when combined with high-quality preservation or unusual striking features that may make certain coins more desirable in the numismatic market. The production year of 1964 was also significant in United States coin history because it was part of a period before major changes in metal composition for coins, and this was the last era where copper-based pennies were widely produced in large quantities before later adjustments were introduced. And this historical context makes the coin an important piece for collectors who study the evolution of American currency systems. Market value of a 1964 Lincoln penny in fine condition is usually low in normal cases because billions were minted, and most are still available today, but certain examples that show exceptional quality or rare minting errors can increase in value significantly. And some collectors may pay higher amounts depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and demand at auction or private sales. In the numismatic community, rare variations of the 1964 penny can include special mint set versions, experimental strikes, or error coins, where mistakes occurred during production, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or unusual surface characteristics. And these variations are what drive higher value in the coin collecting world, because uniqueness is one of the strongest factors in determining price, beyond basic metal content or age. The United States coin collecting market today is highly active, and online platforms, auctions, and private dealers contribute to the changing value of coins like the 1964 Lincoln penny, and prices can vary widely depending on buyer interest and coin grading results. And professional grading services often play an important role in verifying authenticity and condition, which directly influences final market value in dollars. When discussing the Lincoln penny, it is important to understand that most 1964 coins are not considered wheat pennies, but they are still part of the broader Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 and continues to this day. And this long history makes the coin one of the longest-running designs in United States mint history, which increases its cultural and collectible importance. Even when individual coins are common, the fine condition classification means the coin has circulated, but still maintains strong enough detail for identification and grading purposes, and collectors often prefer coins with sharp outlines on Lincoln portrait visible lettering and minimal damage, because these features improve visual appeal and help determine whether a coin might be suitable for collection sets or resale in the collector market. In rare cases, certain 1964 pennies with no mint mark may appear in unusually high-grade conditions due to careful preservation or limited circulation exposure. And these examples can sometimes attract attention from serious collectors who focus on condition rarity rather than mintage rarity, and such coins may be evaluated differently depending on grading standards. And collector demand trends the current market value of a typical 1964 Lincoln penny. In fine condition usually remains close to face value in most everyday transactions, but collectible value can rise when combined with certification rarity or unique minting characteristics. And while it is not generally considered a high-value coin, it still remains popular among beginner collectors and history enthusiasts who enjoy building complete date sets. Unique features of the 1964 penny include its copper composition, its historic role in pre-modern coin production, and its connection to a transitional period in United States currency history. And even though it does not contain silver or precious metals, its appeal comes from design continuity, historical context, and the possibility of discovering rare era versions that stand out from normal circulation. Coins overall, the 1964 Lincoln penny, without mint mark, continues to hold a place in coin collecting discussions due to its historical background, widespread availability, and occasional rare variations that can increase value. And while most examples remain common, the fascination with finding exceptional pieces keeps collectors engaged and searching through circulation coins even today. Next up, this video explores in deep detail the Lincoln penny from the year 1963, minted in the United States at the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D, and how collectors today view its history, value, and uniqueness in the world of numismatics, focusing on its background, design features, and present market demand, in a smooth, continuous explanation for coin enthusiasts and beginners who want to understand its importance in American coin collecting culture. The Lincoln Penny series began in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and it became one of the most iconic coin designs in American history, featuring his portrait on the front side and originally wheat stalks on the back side, which later changed in 1959 to the Lincoln Memorial design, making the 1963 penny part of the Memorial era rather than the Wheat Penny series. The 1963 penny was produced during a time when the United States economy was experiencing steady growth, and the United States Mint was striking billions of coins to meet circulation needs, and the Denver Mint played a major role in producing large quantities of pennies marked with the D Mint mark, which indicates its origin from Denver, Colorado, rather than Philadelphia or San Francisco. Although many collectors sometimes mistakenly refer to the 1963 penny as a wheat penny, it is important to clarify that wheat pennies ended production 1958, and therefore the 1963 coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial series, but it still carries strong historical value due to its age, design, and place within mid-century American coinage history. The design of the 1963 Lincoln penny features Abraham Lincoln on the front with the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," along with the year of minting, while the reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial building with the words "United States of America" and 1 cent. Symbolizing unity, national pride, and respect for historical leadership in the United States. Coins from the Denver Mint in 1963 are very common in circulated condition, because billions were produced, yet collectors still search for high-grade examples, because condition plays a major role in determining value, and a coin that has been preserved in mint state condition without wear or damage can attract higher interest in the collector market. The material used in the 1963 penny is primarily copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, which gives it its classic reddish-brown appearance when newly minted, and over time exposure to air and handling causes color changes that collectors evaluate carefully when grading the coin for quality and authenticity in numismatic assessments. One of the unique features of the 1963 D Lincoln penny is its potential for high-grade mint state examples that show sharp detail on Lincoln portrait and clear visibility. Lincoln Memorial steps, which can sometimes appear with exceptional clarity, making such coins more desirable among serious collectors who focus on condition rarity rather than production rarity. In terms of rarity, the 1963 D penny is not considered rare in general circulation because of its high mintage numbers. However, specific varieties such as error coins, double die strikes, or unusually preserved red copper examples can increase its value significantly in specialized Coin collecting markets where unique production characteristics are highly valued. The current market value of a 1963 D Lincoln penny in average circulated condition is usually around 1 cent to a few cents above face value. But in uncirculated mint state condition, the value can rise from a few dollars to potentially higher amounts depending on grading by professional coin services and the overall visual appeal of the coin. High-grade examples certified by grading companies can sometimes reach values ranging from $5 to over $20 or more, especially if they receive top mint state ratings and display strong original red coloration, which is considered more attractive and desirable compared to brown or heavily toned examples. In collector circles, error versions of the 1963 D penny, such as double die obverse, where lettering or design elements appear doubled due to minting misalignment, can significantly increase value, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars depending on severity, visibility, and authentication, which makes error hunting an exciting part of coin collecting for enthusiasts. Collectors also pay attention to the strike quality of the coin, because some 1963 pennies show weaker strikes where details appear less sharp due to high-speed production at the mint, while stronger strikes with full detail are more desirable and can influence the final grading outcome and market price of the coin. The demand for Lincoln pennies, including the 1963 D issue, remains steady among collectors because it represents a long-running series that connects multiple generations of American history. And even though it is not extremely rare, it still holds sentimental and educational value as part of everyday currency history in the United States. In conclusion, the 1963 Lincoln penny from the Denver Mint is a historically significant coin that represents mid-century American coin production, and while it is generally common in circulation, its value can increase based on condition, rarity, and unique mint errors, making it an interesting collectible piece for both new and experienced coin enthusiasts in today's market. Next up, this video explores the fascinating story of the United States Lincoln cent from the year 1962 with the D mint mark struck at the Denver Mint facility and preserved in brilliant uncirculated condition, which collectors often examine for its sharp details, strong luster, and historical importance within American numismatics. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909 and continues as one of the most widely recognized coin designs in the world, and by 1962, design had already transitioned from the early wheat reverse to the modern memorial reverse, which makes this coin part of an important era of change in United States coinage history. The Lincoln cent was originally created to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and it became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical figure rather than symbolic imagery. By 1962, the coin still carried the iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, which had been introduced in 1959. This change marked a shift in design that reflects mid-20th century America, and the Denver Mint Mark D identifies coins struck at the Denver Mint, which played a major role in producing circulation coins for the growing economy of the United States. Understanding the 1962 D Lincoln cent requires a look into the economic conditions of the early 1960s. During a period of industrial expansion and rising population demand for everyday coinage, the United States Mint produced massive quantities of pennies during this time, and the 1962 D issue is considered one of the high mintage coins, meaning millions were struck, making it generally common in circulated grades. However, preserved examples in brilliant uncirculated condition stand out because most coins entered daily commerce and became worn over decades of use. The Denver Mint itself has a long history beginning in the late 19th century, and by the time of 1962, it was fully modernized and capable of producing billions of coins efficiently. The D mint mark on the Lincoln cent indicates this origin, and collectors often study subtle differences in strike quality between Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco issues. The Denver coins of this era are known for strong strikes in many cases, but also for minor variations that can interest specialists who studied conditions and production characteristics. When discussing the condition known as brilliant uncirculated, it refers to coins that have never been used in everyday transactions and retain their original mint luster, which appears as a bright reflective sheen across the surface of the coin. The 1962 D Lincoln cent in such condition often shows sharp hair details on Lincoln's portrait and well-defined features on the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. These characteristics are highly important when determining collectible value, because preservation quality can significantly influence market price, even for coins that are not considered rare in terms of mintage in the numismatic market. The value of a 1962 D Lincoln cent depends heavily on its grade. And I appeal, while most circulated examples remain very inexpensive and common high-grade uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can reach significantly higher prices depending on demand. Certification and market trends coins that exhibit full red color designation, often referred to as RD, are especially desirable because they maintain their original copper tone without toning or darkening over time, which adds to their visual appeal for collectors. Although many people search for this coin as a rare piece, it is important to understand that the 1962 D Lincoln cent is not rare in general circulation terms due to its extremely high production numbers. However, rarity can emerge in specialized categories such as exceptional mint state condition, error varieties, or coins with unique striking characteristics. These special variations may include double die features, repunched mint marks, or unusual planchet conditions, which can elevate the value far beyond standard examples and create strong interest among advanced collector. The design of the Lincoln cent during this period carries deep artistic and historical symbolism, with the obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln representing leadership, unity, and resilience, while the reverse Lincoln Memorial symbolizes national remembrance and respect for his legacy. The detail engraved into these small copper coins reflects the skill of early 20th century engraving techniques, and the continued use of this design into the 1960s demonstrates its lasting importance in American culture and coinage identity. Collectors often evaluate the surface quality of a 1962 D Lincoln cent by examining factors such as mint luster, strike sharpness, and absence of marks or abrasions. Coins that remain untouched in original mint state condition are usually stored in rolls or mint sets, and these preserved pieces are what drive higher market prices in modern numismatic auctions. The difference between a circulated penny and a brilliant uncirculated example can be dramatic both visually and financially, even though they originate from the same production year and mint. The market value of a 1962 D Lincoln cent in brilliant condition can range from only a few cents in lower ungraded mint state examples to several dollars or more for premium graded specimens that achieve top population status in professional grading services. The highest valued examples are those that receive top numerical grades such as MS67 or MS68 and display exceptional red coloration and flawless surfaces, which are extremely difficult to find even among large hordes of mint sets preserved from the 1960s. One of the interesting aspects of collecting this coin is the study of copper composition used during this era, which consists primarily of 95% copper and a small percentage of tin and zinc, giving the coin its characteristic reddish tone over time. Copper naturally oxidizes and changes color, which is why coins that retain their original red brilliance are considered superior in quality and often command higher premiums in collector markets, especially when certified and encapsulated by professional grading companies. Error coins from the 1962 D Lincoln cent series can sometimes attract significant attention in the collector community. Although they are not extremely common, known errors might include die cracks off center strikes or minor doubling, which occurred during high-volume production runs at the Denver Mint. These unusual variations create uniqueness that collectors find appealing because they represent rare production anomalies rather than standard mint output, and such coins can sometimes exceed the value of typical uncirculated examples depending on severity and visibility of the error. The demand for Lincoln cents from the early 1960s continues to remain stable among both beginner and advanced collectors, because these coins represent an accessible entry point into numismatics. While still offering potential for valuable discoveries in higher grades, many collectors search through rolls and mint sets, hoping to find exceptional examples of the 1962 D cent that have been preserved in original condition. Since their release, which adds excitement and educational value to the collecting experience. Auction records for high-grade 1962 D Lincoln cents show that certified top-tier examples can achieve notable prices compared to their face value, especially when competition among collectors increases for registry set completion. These coins are often encapsulated by grading services that evaluate their condition and assign numerical grades, which directly influence market value and desirability. The combination of historical significance, condition, rarity, and collector demand all contribute to the pricing structure of this coin in today's market. In conclusion, the 1962 D Lincoln cent represents an important piece of United States coin history that reflects mid-century minting practices, economic growth, and evolving coin design standards. While it is not a rare coin in general circulation, its value becomes significant in exceptional preserved condition. or when unique characteristics are present, collectors continue to appreciate this coin for its historical context, visual appeal, and potential market value, making it a lasting subject of interest in the world of numismatics. Next up, this video explores the United States Lincoln cent, focusing on the coin, often discussed as 1961 D mint mark penny, and how it fits into the broader history of American 1-cent coins. It is important to understand that this coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial cent era, which began after the wheat penny design ended in 1958. And this background sets the stage for collectors and enthusiasts who want to understand what makes this coin interesting in modern numismatics and how it is viewed in today's collector market. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and it replaced earlier Indian head cents. The design was created to celebrate 100 years since Lincoln's birth, and it became one of the most iconic coin designs in United States history. Over time, the coin went through several design changes and material adjustments, which makes each era of the coin unique for collectors, and the 1961 issue belongs to the early memorial reverse period. In 1959, the reverse design of the Lincoln cent was changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial Building. This marked the end of the wheat penny era and the beginning of the memorial cent era. The 1961 coin carries this memorial design, and not the wheat design, even though many people mistakenly refer to later pennies as wheat pennies. The correct classification is important for understanding true numismatic value. The 1961 D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint facility in the United States. This mint was responsible for producing large quantities of circulating coins for everyday use, and the D mint mark is located on the reverse side near the bottom right of the memorial building. The presence of this mint mark helps collectors identify where the coin was struck and adds context to its production history. During the early 1960s, the United States economy was expanding, and coin production was very high to meet the needs of commerce. The 1961 penny was minted in extremely large numbers, especially at the Denver Mint. This high mintage means that most surviving examples are common in circulation even today, and this directly affects their market value and rarity status in the collector world. The composition of the 1961 Lincoln cent is primarily copper alloy with a small amount of tin and zinc. This gives its classic reddish-brown appearance when preserved in good condition over time. Environmental exposure can change the color of the coin, leading to brown toning or darker patina, which collectors evaluate when grading the condition of the coin, and determining its desirability. Condition plays a very important role in the value of any coin, including the 1961 D Lincoln cent coins that are found in circulated condition, typically show wear on Lincoln hair details and the memorial steps, while uncirculated examples retain sharp detail and original mint luster. The better the condition, the higher the potential value, but even high-grade examples of this coin remain relatively affordable due to its high mintage. One of the most common misconceptions is that all old-looking pennies are rare and valuable, especially those labeled as wheat pennies or early 1960s coins. In reality, the 1961 D penny is not a rare wheat penny because wheat pennies ended several years earlier. However, collectors still enjoy it as part of the complete Lincoln cent series, and it holds historical significance rather than extreme monetary rarity. The current market value of a 1961 D Lincoln cent depends heavily on condition. In general, circulated examples are worth only face value or slightly above face value, while uncirculated examples may range from a few dollars to around $10 in exceptional mint state conditions. Some coins graded by professional services can reach slightly higher values, but they are not considered high-value rare coins in the broader numismatic market. Rare errors and varieties are what sometimes increase the value of otherwise common coins. In the case of the 1961 D penny, collectors look for minting errors such as double die, strikes off center strikes, or unusual planchet issues. These errors can significantly increase collector interest and market value, depending on severity and visual appeal. They remain relatively uncommon compared to normal production coins. The design of the obverse side features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right with the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust" surrounding the image. The designer Victor David Brenner created this iconic portrait, which has remained a central feature of American coinage for more than a century. The detail and artistic quality of the portrait continue to make this coin instantly recognizable worldwide. On the reverse side of the 1961 D cent, the Lincoln Memorial is displayed in great architectural detail with columns visible and Lincoln statue inside the building. This design was intended to honor Lincoln legacy and a national monument, and it remained in use for many decades, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in United States coin history. Collectors often evaluate coins using grading systems that range from poor to mint state, and these grades determine market pricing for the 1961 penny. Most coins found in circulation today fall into lower grades, which keeps their value low. However, uncirculated rolls preserved from original mint packaging can sometimes show higher collector interest, especially when the coins have strong red coloration. The overall demand for common-date Lincoln cents like the 1961 is driven more by hobby collecting rather than investment potential. While some people search for hidden treasures in pocket chain, the reality is that most of these coins are produced in massive quantities, and only special varieties or high-grade certified examples carry any significant premium in today's market. In conclusion, the 1961 Lincoln cent represents an important piece of United States coin history, but it is not a rare wheat penny and does not typically hold high monetary value. In most cases, it serves as a collectible entry point for beginners in numismatics and a historical artifact from the early memorial cent era. While its market value remains modest, its educational and historical significance continues to attract collectors around the world. Thanks for watching.